Hey guys, my name is Anshal Vik and I'm here today to explain to you how spells, rituals, and healings work in a practical manner, you could call it, or we will just try and break it down and I'll explain to you how healings and spells work and what can you do to improve their impact on your life. Okay, so, whenever I do somebody's spells or healings, rituals, you could use any word honestly. It's actually more of intention setting. What I do, I use different elements, that is fire, earth, air, water, different elements, and use a couple of set of ingredients to set the atmosphere. The first thing that I do when I have to do somebody's spell or ritual is to prepare my altar. Okay, so an altar is a place of worship where you keep things that you want to manifest in your life. You set it according to your intentions, according to your goals, according to the energy that you want to attract in your life. For example, if you want a new job or if you want to manifest a new partnership in your life, so what you would keep on your altar is either if you want to attract a new job or want to attract finances. Okay, so you can either write on a piece of paper the name of this place that you want to work in, or if you want to start your own business, then you can simply write that I want to own my own business and this is the particular field that I want to start in. If you want to attract money, then you keep some coins, okay, or some amount of money on your altar cloth. If you want to attract love, okay, then you keep basically you keep things that represent love for you. It could be a pink color candle or a red color candle, as you can see over here. It could be rose petals. It could be maybe a picture of a couple that is happy together. Anything that represents love according to you. So that's how you set your altar. That is the first step. Then the next step is to sit in meditation or in concentration and pray to whatever energies, gods, anything that you believe in. Honestly, even if you don't believe in any supernatural energy, you can still attract or manifest these things in your life by just simply setting an intention and praying to your higher self, okay, or praying to the universe. As I said, whatever you truly believe in, that's what matters the most. After you have done all your meditation, visualization, altar setting, what I personally like to do whenever I do somebody's healing is focus on their energy and on the blocks they are facing, on the struggles they are going through, whatever that I feel that I need to help this person work on, and I put positive energy or positive intention into the spell and healing. Now the final and the most difficult step after I do anybody's healing or ritual or intention setting, anything you can call it, is to let the person take charge. Okay, my work is to guide you, to advise you on what you can do, but the final step, all your healings, your rituals, your manifestations will only work when you are actually taking some action step, okay, on it. So for example, again we'll go with the job example. If you genuinely want to attract a job for yourself, then you need to put feelers out there, you need to rotate your CV out there, you need to apply to places, you need to do interviews. Only then can you attract that energy in your real life. If there is a person, okay, in your life, if there is an ex, we'll start with this because I genuinely get a lot of requests of healings and love and self-love. So if you need to release an ex out of your life, okay, so the most famous ritual I do for that is cord cutting. As I was saying that what I do is I cut the energetic cord, unhealthy energetic cord between two individuals that are trying to move on from each other. And the final step in this would be you honestly not contacting your ex. Okay, I know this is extremely hard to do, but if you want to genuinely help the cord cutting or the moving on work, then you need to be in as less as touch as possible. Honestly, I would advise to not be in touch at all, but I know it's not that easy for every person to do, but you need to make an actual effort to move on. You need to see what did this person put you through, why did you want to move on in the first place, why was it so difficult to be with this person or to carry on this equation. And you genuinely need to give yourself that time, that space. Do not rush yourself, okay? Give yourself time and space and love, healing. Spend time with people who get you out of this energy. That genuinely helps a lot. It's worked with me personally. So like spending time with people who motivate you in a positive manner, who help you overcome these difficult emotions, because when you are moving on from a person, it's extremely difficult, and I totally empathize with you. But take a firm step towards this and do not look back, okay? I know it's very heavy, very difficult, but you need to keep on motivating yourself every day, and I promise you that you won't even realize, and one day you'll be out of this, okay? So I hope that this video was informative for a lot of you guys, because I know that the word spells and healings are a little bit difficult to explain, because I honestly cannot explain in this video simply what I do. But people like clients of mine, they know, they have an idea, because they have been taking these services since some time now. But I just want to educate as many people as possible how all of this works in a realistic manner, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and like, subscribe, follow my channel, and stay blessed.